Hey guys, welcome to another installment of Harry Potter Theory. In this video, we're going to be discussing the appearance of Lord Voldemort, and the very different look that he nearly ended up having. Now, when the films first start up, Voldemort doesn't have his body back yet, thanks Potters. Because of this, we see him sort of awkwardly shift from one form to the next, transitioning from Wisp to a face on the back of Quirrell's head, to a rudimentary form, and then finally into the form that we are all accustomed to. But what a lot of people don't know is that for one of Voldemort's earliest forms, the one where he possesses and shares a head with Quirrell, the makeup and props departments originally had very different plans for his appearance. Let's kick things off by looking at Voldemort's appearance in the Philosopher's Stone, a form he achieved thanks to the possession of Quirrell. The following excerpt from the book describes Harry's reaction to the initial unveiling of Voldemort's look. Petrified, he watched as Quirrell reached up and began to unwrap his turban. What was going on? The turban fell away. Quirrell's head looked strangely small without it. Then he turned, slowly on the spot. Harry would have screamed, but he couldn't make a sound. Where there should have been a back to Quirrell's head, there was a face. The most terrible face Harry had ever seen. It was chalk white with glaring red eyes and slits for nostrils, like a snake. "Harry Potter," it whispered. Now, the first thing worth mentioning about this hideous form of Voldemort is that it is played by a different actor, Richard Bremer, which for obvious reasons made him look different. The second thing worth mentioning is the inconsistency between the film adaptation and the book. Where the book describes Voldemort as having glaring red eyes, the film version shows Voldemort with a very different eye color. I can't quite make it out, at least with this portrayal of his character, but it definitely isn't glaring red. Next, the book describes him as having slits for nostrils. The film adaptation falls short here once again, showing Voldemort to have a full nose with regular-looking nostrils. And lastly, the book states that his face is chalk white. This was decently done by the film, but could have been better. Chalkier? Overall, I was basically satisfied with the way that Voldemort looked in that film, but felt that there was definitely room for improvement. He was certainly creepy looking, but the most terrible face Harry had ever seen? Surely we should have been given something scarier. If only there was an alternate prop that they could have used to portray Voldemort. Oh wait, there is one. I present to you the design for the prop made for the Voldemort Quirrell head that never got any screen time. Now, if this isn't the most terrible face you've ever seen in Harry Potter, then I don't know what films you've been watching. This thing gives Fenrir Greyback a run for his money. What you're looking at is the alternate design for the Dark Lord, something that they actually almost used in the films. Fortunately for your childhood bedsheets, they went with the other designs. But it's interesting to imagine this being used in the films, scarring children across the world, rendering them unable to sleep ever again. What this photo reveals is that Voldemort was originally intended to have much more of a monstrous appearance, complete with animalistic features, sharp teeth, glaring eyes, and something that represents creature far more than man. Funnily enough, this design actually much more closely resembles the book's depiction of Voldemort's character. So I wonder why they didn't just roll with it. Perhaps film just wasn't ready for such traumatic experience. Overall, I'm happy with the direction that they went with Fiennes, and prefer it to the Bremer Voldemort, but still feel that it could have been improved upon, perhaps a halfway between the proposed prop design and the finalized version of Fiennes' depiction of Voldemort that we see on screen. What do you guys think? Which Voldemort would you have preferred to see? The one that they actually used, or the design that was left to pick up dust? Let me know down in the comments section below. Until next time, you're a wizard, Harry!